What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another solo leveling Arise video. That's right, guys, beard is officially gone. I apologize, but hell, if I ever want it back, it takes about 3 hours to regrow it, so don't worry about it. Your boy Kratos Pain version will be back. Saitama is back in the house, and we're going to talk a little bit about guild boss and free to play and how you're going to get yourself to rage 8. You guys can see here, I'm very close to doing so. Just had Anna die a little too prematurely, but I'm going to show you guys my setup, my team, and how you're going to try to go ahead and do this with me alongside my certain setup. Okay, now the reason why I'm doing it right now so prematurely and early at the same time is because we currently have the armor event going on where you can equip artifacts for free, so make sure you do that now within the next 2 days if you can. Now, if you're going to have a substantial power growth anytime soon, you may want to hold off, but hell, if you don't, now's the time to do it. So here is how my setup is. Okay, so I've got Sun Jinu, I've got myself an A5 Grimoire and A5 Moonshadow Daggers on my free to play. I've got myself using the two following skills. We have the heroic armor break for wind vacuum, I think so. Oh, sorry, vacuum wave. And then of course we have ourselves the second skill here which is the ascension break, also heroic, crushing blow. Now the key element here of course is to be the intelligence version of your Sun Jinu. Now here's the key. I didn't change it to intelligence. I kept the strength to have that 1.9. so in this case, make sure you reset. I just want to show you guys the difference, 1.9 versus what this is going to be, which is a lot higher. Make sure you maximize your intelligence here, push it all the way to the max, guys, and you will see a massive difference in your damage output for your hunters, especially because now they will be doing a lot more damage due to your debuffs having been up a lot more. So that is an important key factor to this. Make sure you are full intelligence here, not strength. Now here are the blessing stones I have. I have a legendary We Are One. I have myself Bloodlust Heroic, Reawakening Heroic, and an extra Dodge Heroic. You can change Swiftness to something else if you want, but I highly recommend keeping that. And then in terms of my setup, here's all full blessing set to have myself do as many of these blessings for my team to maximize their total damage. And then my stats are as follows, okay? So I still have 23k attack, which is not bad, 50% way over crit hit rate, 197% crit hit damage, 20% damage increase, and then a 6.49% defense penetration. Now, the key elements here is to keep up your erosion from your grimoire, your vacuum from your armor break, and your Moonshadow Daggers. The most important part is your Moonshadow Daggers. Okay, now a lot of you guys may be like, Pain, well, I don't have A5 Moonshadows. It's okay, A1s work really well. A5 just gives you a hell of a big boost, but A1 does still work really well here. Here is my setup currently for my teams. I have Mei Lin with Cha and Gun-Hee. The reason why Mei Lin, she does give them fairly good buff, and they all vibe really well together. I have Hansi Mi and Mireille, of course, A4. Unfortunately, she's still not A5. If I had A5, I'd be blowing Rage 8 out of the water. And then I've got A2 Libora. You guys can see the weapons here kind of suck, 40, 60, and 100, of course. And then I have the Ice Queen, Charlotte, and I have Anna here specifically with her A5 weapon. Make sure you can do that, by the way, so she does as much defensive breaks as possible. So this is the setup we're going to go with, guys. Let's jump in. I'm going to give you guys the full tutorial on how to get this done. I'm going to minimize my screen a little bit as well. So the first thing you want to do here is just start off with the Grimoire right away. All you want to do is have the tip just touch. Just touch the tip right there. Boom, right there. Erosion's on. Dodge this, go in, do your ascension break, and then into your Moonshadow Daggers. Now, key element, like I said before, is to maintain your MP. So basic damage is going to matter a lot here, guys. So you want to maintain as much basic damage as you can, and just cast your skills over and over again while you can, including doing in your shadow steps. Your shadow steps are going to be a key factor in growing your damage out. Now, make sure again keep basic damage up. You guys can see here, I am continuously doing that. And right here, we're going to do armor break again into Moonshadow Daggers very shortly. Here we go. And then we are going to jump into an ultimate. Okay, very important that you do that part because that's going to maintain all the damage. Now, the ultimate going off is going to give you guys the buff you need for the rest of your team to do all the damage they need. Now, the element here of winning is going to be keeping your guys alive, okay? So you need to make sure everyone stays alive in this fight as much as possible in order for you to maximize your damage. And your Moonshadow Daggers keep going up as much as possible as well, okay? You guys can see I'm recovering MP along the way. Here we're going to recover a little bit more into this, back into this, and again, Moonshadow Daggers. Very important to maintain this exact flow, guys, as much as you possibly can into a Shadow Step, into Ascension, into Erosion, into this. Wait again for your Moonshadow Daggers. cast them before going into your ult, so you can do the maximum amount of damage. And here we go, right? You want to maintain this, again, this ebb and flow every single time, and this will punish the dragon quite a bit, plus give you guys a ton of damage yourself to do. Now, we're going to have Shadow Step come in. You guys can see, and now a lot of my guys' gear, by the way, is only level 1. One thing to also know, do not cancel out your moves until they've actually connected, okay? It's very, very important. A lot of people cancel out erosion, their Grimoire before it actually connects. You need to make sure your Grimoire actually connects, alright? Very, very important part of it. Sorry guys, my wife called, so I had to go get that phone call. Okay, let's go back in. Kind of threw me off my whole flow now. Freak. Yeah, we're still doing okay though. Okay, here we go. Now this break has to happen, by the way. You need to make sure you break this guy. There's the break. Get out of this. Into this. This, cancel out all of those, make sure they connect though. To Ascension, cast your ultimate, okay? So this should be able to, at this point, if everyone's alive like this, you should be able to push this almost to about Rage 8 if you're free to play. If you have the same setup, obviously, right? Like we have 37 seconds. As long as we can get Shadow Steps up and everything connects here, it should be fairly easy to do. Right, you guys can see I'm canceling into Moon Shadow Daggers. These need to connect. There we go. Don't worry about doing Ascension just yet. Just focus on DPSing. And we have plenty of time to get this done as free-to-play players. You guys see that right there? I messed up my erosion. You guys see that? I went way too early there. But we still did it. There it is. Someone probably died there, I'm pretty sure. But there you guys go. So full Rage 8 2.1 billion score as free-to-play players. Now the difference between the two, of course, was the fact that I went full intelligence and I'm able to get that done. Now the reason why full intelligence works so well here, guys, is because I have the ability to cast, with Reawakening, of course, as the blessing, I have the ability to cast my skills a lot more often, and it really, really helps. Now, one major thing to note about this is the fact you do need to make sure you're constantly basic attacking, you're connecting with your Shadow Steps, and basic attacking is to recover MP, of course, because you're casting your skill so often that if you don't do basic attacks, you're just going to lose out on all that MP. Now, I want to go back here real quick. I'm going to register this point for you guys right here, okay? So I'll register 1. I'm going to show you guys real quick the armor that I have on most of my units. It's really, really bad. We're talking about like some level 10s, some of them are level 0s, right? So if you go into my team again, I'll do the same team again. You guys can see, for example, like Hansi Me here has some pretty crappy gears, like some 20s, some 10s kicking around, but like someone like Anna here has level 1s across the board, so her damage is really, really minuscule. We have like, who else? Like, who else am I using? Charlotte. I mean, the rest of them are fairly good, but like Anna's is really bad. Hansi Me's is really bad. Mei Lin's is okay as well. There are a couple legendaries here. I could have gone full. Sorry, I mean heroics. I could have gone full legendary. So you can do this. Like when I use Min, I use him. Like some of them are level 0, some are level 11. It's all over the place. But at the end of the day, your main DPS is what matters, right? Remember, Mireille, especially at A5, is massive, massive damage here. Here's mine currently set up. And then this is the stats that she has. Her MP could be a little bit higher to even give her more damage. And my Alicia does no damage because she runs out of MP very quickly. So a couple different changes I could make here to make this work a bit better. But this team seems to work out, so we stick with it. All right, guys, this is Payne. Hope you enjoyed the video. Best of luck to getting your highest score. Let me know what you guys get currently as free-to-play players. And if you are reaching Rage 8. And hopefully this guide helped you a little bit. See you guys in the next one. Take care.